We are here to see about the next part of standard template library. Yesterday we have seen about the containers and iterators and algorithms, which are the components of STL, and we were started with the sequential type of container. As we have seen, container is again divided into three types: sequence, associative, and derived container. So sequence container again further categorized as vector, DQ, and list. And in the last lecture, we had seen a little short program for vector, the different functions which are there inside the vector, how to declare a vector variable or an object, template object that we have seen. So today we are going to see about the second component iterator, how to use it along with the container vector. So when vector is declared with a container, you have before going for that, we'll see about the vector, how to declare vector. When I'm writing vector in the angular bracket int and b, that means I'm creating a zero length vector which consists of all integer values. Vector char of v of 5 means it is a vector which has a capacity of to store 5 elements and all will be of type character. When I'm writing vector double v2 v1 means I'm copying the entire vector v1 into the vector v2. When I'm writing vector char v4 comma a means I'm creating a vector of 4 elements and which is going to start with initialize its value with a. So we'll see about how to use iterator. We know that iterator is used to move through the container. So when we want a iterator which is pointing to a vector, it should also be declared and specified to which vector it is going to point to. So we are writing, since we are creating it for a vector, we write hash include a vector, and then inside the main we create a vector variable, means to store all the elements inside the vector, and to iterate through that vector we are writing vector int iterator vec1 itr, means vec1 underscore itr is a vector which is going to point and function on vector which is storing integer elements. And then we are again having a reverse iterator which will work in a reverse manner. The vec1 underscore itr will work in forward manner, whereas reverse iterator will work in backward manner. Now we are using push underscore back function to push the values inside the vector, that is push back 10, 7, and 3, so that 10 will be the first element and 3 will be the last element. Now to use to access these vector elements to the vector, we are going to use the use of the vector iterator. We are displaying the vector data inside the vector by using I is equal to 0, 1, I less than vec size, and I plus plus. So we are displaying it as vec1 of I. We are using random access over here. We are directly accessing the element by using the index. Now here vec1 dot begin. When we see vec1 dot begin, this begin function returns you the pointer where the location which is stored into vec1 itr, that is the first very position of the vector or the pointer element, and then the first element of the vector to display is, as for a pointer we are using integer pointer p, we use asterisk p to give the value and p to give the address. So in the similar manner, asterisk vec1 of I underscore itr will give you the value of where vector iterator is pointing, and then vec1 dot r begin will give you the last element of the vector, that is from the reverse it is the first position, that is why vec1 dot r begin will store will make the pointer point to the last element. And this first element of the reverse vec1, if you want to display, you display it through asterisk vec1 r itr. So this is what you are doing vector using a iterator. Now we are going to see the output of this vec1 underscore itr in the similar manner. You are seeing 10, 7, 3. This is a vec1 data, and the first element we had seen through the iterator, we used vec1 dot begin. This is going to give you the iterator which is pointing to 0th location, that is begin location, and there the value is 10. So it is displaying 10. When vec1 dot r begin, it is the first element of reverse vector, that means it is pointing to 3, and asterisk vec1 underscore ritr gives you the value 3. So accordingly the output is before you. Now in the similar manner, if I want to use vector move for to iterate to the container, that is to the vector, I use it as the similar type of program. I'm taking a vec1, I'm taking a reverse iterator where key is the variable or of the reverse iterator, or it is an iterator which is going to iterate to the backward position. Yep, inserting the values 1, 4, 3, and 7 inside the vector means I am having 7, 3, 4, 1 means 7 will be the first element and 1 will be my last element. If I use reverse iterator to iterate upon it, and display the elements 1, 4, 3, 7 will be the sequence in which the output will be observed. For that, we are taken C to display the elements using the vector. We write for I is equal, in the previous example, we used to write I is equal to 0, I less than v dot size I plus plus. But now we are using what? We are using the iterator, and key is an iterator. So to use the iterator, we write vec1 dot begin or vec1 dot r begin, key not equal to vec1 dot r end or vec1 dot end function, and key plus plus. And to display the value we use asterisk sign, so asterisk and then the key. Previously we used to use v of I or something. Now we are using the directly the iterator, and the iterator is a pointer, that is why we write it as asterisk and the name of the iterator. So here asterisk key. So if you observe the output of this program, you will see vec1.r begin, vec1.r end. It is showing you the reverse value inside the vector. So this was all we had seen for the previous today, that is vector using iterators and vector using iterator, getting the beginning and the ending position, and how to use the vector for a for loop to traverse the entire vector. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.